So I've been seeing a lot of this recently, and I wanted to address this because it's actually fucking stupid. Like it doesn't make sense to me. Like it doesn't fucking make sense in any kind of way. And I'm talking about the people that keep talking about Saiki Kusuo can beat Goku. Doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. I see it a lot. Like, you know, when some people say, oh, this character will clear this gauntlet, run the gauntlet, where does he stop? And people in the comments be saying, oh, Saiki can beat Goku, Saiki claps, Saiki slams. Whoa. Whoa. Like, no. Alright, to begin with, we need to establish who is Saiki, right? Saiki is a psychic from Saiki Kusuo no Nan, or Disastrous Life of Saiki, okay? With a bunch of power. He's OP in his world. He's really OP. He got telekinesis, he got mind reading, he got mind control. That's not exactly mind control. We'll get to this because that's one of the few things that people have a really misconception of how his power works. He has clairvoyance, what's it called? He can see the future, he can rewind time of things, and a bunch of other fucking powers, right? X-ray vision. What else did he have? He had pyrokinesis, cryokinesis. He basically had almost every power imaginable. Now, where the problem is that people have a severe misconception of his powers and how they work. Because it's clearly stated by Saiki himself that his powers are not omnipotent, and they all have either limits or condition to activate. And I feel like all the people that argue that Saiki can beat Goku either haven't read the manga or properly watched the anime, because all of their arguments that Saiki beat Goku are completely false, because the way they're using the powers that Saiki have either doesn't make sense, either he never actually did it, he cannot do it, or it goes against the very limits that he himself said that his abilities have, which is insane to me. Because, like, don't start arguing about a character that you don't even understand how it works, or you didn't properly understand how it works. That doesn't make sense to begin with, right? Because let's analyze this, all right? And don't get me wrong, I love Saiki. I've watched this show like at least 3 to 4 times. It's so funny. It's funny as fuck. Saiki is funny. He's strong too. But it's really like the way they argue about his abilities and the way they bring out some of these arguments don't make sense. They don't hold up, because it's literally stated by the character himself that his powers don't work in such a way, or that he cannot do that he cannot do something with this power, right? So let's go through. First of all, he has telepathy, which means that he can send his thoughts to people and read people's thought, right? He has telekinesis, which means that he can control things with his mind. He has time reversal, which means that he can reverse the time of certain things to, right? And blah, 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 right? Clairvoyance, that allows him to see from anywhere a thing that he has already seen once, which not really that useful in a fight. He has precognition, which allows him to see the future, but that's a bit iffy right there too. He has mind control, but like I said, it's not really mind control. You know what I'm saying? So let's start by clarifying what each of these powers that are actually can be useful in a fight can actually do, because I feel like that's where most of them can be confused and be saying anything. Mind control doesn't mind control, because he says it himself when he first explained this power, when he explains why he seems everybody thinks he's normal. He doesn't stand out, even though he has weird pink hair and some fucking antennas on his head. he says that it's not mind control but perception alteration, which allows him to alter the way people think of something, right? Like, like somebody will think that his hair color is weird, but with his mind, with his perception alteration, he makes that person believe that that his hair color is actually normal. And that's where there's a huge leap. Like, people start saying because of this, he can control DNA and he has reality warping powers. Calm down. Let me explain why they think that. Because of perception alteration power, the world in which he lives, people heal faster. They can think faster in critical moments. They have a bunch of hair color, and people are like, Saiki controlled their DNA, right? But that's not what happened. He literally says it. Because he altered their perception, the human body did its thing and what happened was that because people thinking that hair color like pink, red, and all that wasn't abnormal, the human body adapted to that perception and allowed people to have different hair color. And the same thing happened with healing. Because he healed the kid, right? And then because people thought it was weird, what he did was he altered their perception and made it seem like rapid healing was not abnormal. What happened after is not that he controlled their DNA or whatever the hell he did. No. What happened is, because of that, people were going less to hospitals for minor injuries, and that caused people to develop their body to develop rapid healing capabilities. Saiki does not control people's DNA. Yes, he can transform his own body, rewrite, but he cannot control other people's DNA. It's never stated. Y'all just highballing this shit out of nowhere. He does not have reality warping power. He never warped reality. That's never happened, and I don't know where y'all get it from. Then the second thing that I see a lot is that Saiki can control time, which is not true. Saiki can travel in time, but he does not control that ability. It just happens sometimes. And that is the same thing for a lot of his other powers, like precognition. He cannot see the future however he wants to. His precognition activates by itself, and he can only see glimpse of the future that leads to an accident. So in a fight, that shit might not activate, first of all, and second of all, he wouldn't be able to see what his opponent will do. Like, I know. Stop saying that he would be able to see what Goku would do. Stop saying that he will be able to rewrite his DNA. He cannot do that. All right. First of all, his time reversal only works on one, or can only be used once a day, and it can only rewind the time by a single day. So he can, unless he takes out his antenna, then I believe it's by 7 years. But unless he doesn't, that he can only rewind time of something or someone by a day, and it only once per day too. Then his teleportation, when he wears the antenna, he can only do it. He has a cooldown of 1 minute. Do you know how long 1 minute is in Dragon Ball? Do you know how long 1 minute is in Dragon Ball? Do you know how much shit happened in 1 minute in Dragon Ball? God damn. Mind you, the tournament of power was 48 minutes. 1 minute is a lot, alright? His cooldown, he's dead. He can only teleport as much as he wants to once he takes off his antenna. And the problem is, when he does that, he doesn't even control his powers properly, right? And second of all, I don't get why people get him to planetary and all of that. He stopped a volcano that was going to destroy Japan. That's country level. Let's clear this out real quick. That's country level. The island, the volcano that he stopped and he was struggling to stop, had to take out his antenna, use all his powers, and create multiple clones to stop, is a country level feat, because it was threatening to destroy Japan, not planetary. All right. Finally, before we finish with my boy Saiki, you know what? He himself said it, that it would take him 3 days to end humanity, or was it destroy the planet? Something like that. It would take him 3 days. Goku can do it in 3 seconds. Why are you comparing this nigga to Goku? Anyway, next up, right? We gotta talk about Goku, cause which Goku can beat him? That's definitely something that need to be talked about. Cause don't get me wrong, Kid Goku can probably not beat him. Z Goku would be enough. Z Goku would be enough. I would say maybe Cell Saga Goku would be enough. Cell Saga, because to tell he learned TP, instant transmission, during Cell Saga. He had mastered it, so he can go when it comes to Saiki teleportation and his teleportation, basically the same, right? But he doesn't have a cooldown. Don't forget that he doesn't have a cooldown. Second of all, even if Saiki can read his mind, just like it's been shown with Nendo, when you don't think, he cannot read, because Nendo mind is empty, which is why Saiki cannot read his mind. He's always surprised by when Nendo appears, right? Because he never can know when Nendo is here, because Nendo doesn't think. Goku is able to clear his mind and fight. You know what I'm saying? He's not thinking much. He's basically doing fighting with his instinct. I'm not talking about Ultra Instinct. We all know that Goku been long before he get that Ultra Instinct. He been fighting based on instinct mostly and battle IQ. Then you got the people that say that he can turn him into stone. Whoop! Stop right there. Goku is capable. Saiki can only turn somebody to stone when his eyes meet their eyes, when he's not wearing glasses. Goku has been shown multiple times to be able to fight with his eyes closed by sensing his own ki. So you know what I'm saying? the whole turning Goku into stone doesn't work. Oh, fuck! Wait a minute. So yeah, I think it's pretty consistent that Cell Saga's Goku could beat him, because he has Super Saiyan, and Super Saiyan should be enough, and he has Master Super Saiyan in the Cell Saga. So I would think that Cell Saga Goku can beat Saiki. He can do a Kamehameha. Literally, when he did the Kamehameha, the Kamehameha where he teleported, why was Cell standing there? Why? Because Cell was confident that Goku wouldn't fire it. Why? Because he said to Goku, if you fire it and this shit touched the earth, the planet is gone. You know what I'm saying? The planet is gone. So what that means, Goku Cell Saga could already easily destroy a planet with a Kamehameha, which is very different from a single country. Now, we need to talk about the argument that I see the most. Saiki can just think and kill him. Nope. How do you even get there? He has never shown such an ability. Which of his ability allows him to do something like that? He's never done it, and he doesn't have a single ability that can do it. He's a reality warper, and he's not. I've explained it already. He alters perception, and it allows him to modify the world because he doesn't modify the world, but the way he alters a person's perception can, affect their body, does the world, and all of that. You know what I'm saying? Saiki is a gag character. Now. Let's be honest. There are different types of gag character. Saiki is just a comedy character. He's not invincible. You can see it when he fights his brother. You know what I'm saying? When Toritsuka possessed his body and brought him into the lab, you can see when he fight the cat tank, even he himself, that he could get hurt by the laser that he's firing, and he has no choice to continuously teleport to drain his stamina and not be to recover his antenna without killing his brother. So Saiki can get hurt. Alright? I just wanted to make this video because I see it a lot. Like, Saiki can beat Goku, Saiki slams Goku. No, he doesn't, bro. He doesn't. There's no way, in any sort of way, that Saiki can be Goku. His abilities are great. Yeah, he's strong as shit in his world, and even outside his world, he can probably hang with a lot of people from DBZ. But Goku himself, no. Vegeta, no. Piccolo, no. Trunks, no. Gohan, no. None of these people he can defeat. Saiki can win maybe against all of them at Saiyan Saga. Namek Saga, not Planet Namek Saga, bro. We already like he probably can maybe equal them. As soon as we enter Cell Saga, it's over. He doesn't get past them. Y'all need to stop. It's not a debate. Goku does not lose to Saiki. He's strong, sure, but he has clear limits. And I'm talking about Saiki. Yes, his powers continuously grow, but at the moment, and his story is finished, and where it finishes, he's able to stop a meteor. What was it? I think it was a meteorite that was gonna destroy Japan, which is again what equivalent to the fact that he stopped a volcano that was going to destroy Japan. He's country level at best. Yes, he has a bunch of axes, but none of them actually work because they all have he has a way to counter each and every one of his axes, or each and every some of his axes have some clear limits that he cannot abuse. So these debates need to stop. Stop comparing Goku and Saiki. It's not a fair fight for Saiki, bro.